I think that as time goes by, you start taking the one person for granted. The one person that you should show all respect to, the one person that you should love and not take for granted. It's like, you know, when you give your best to everyone else and then you come home and then give the rest to the person that has been there for you from the beginning. It's like you forget.
That was a big realization for me. And you pointed that out. I don't remember if you were pointing it out about me or if you were pointing it out about yourself.
It was about me.
But this was like way back in the other house, like years ago.
Yeah. And
I have always been that person that always tried to, what's the next thing? How can I do better? How can I be better? How can I learn something? How can I, you know, in my work, in everything. And then when you pointed that out, I was like, how could I be that way in everything else in my life and not in the thing that's like the most important in my life?
Hold on to that thought, okay? Women, men, whoever's listening, right? I did not point out to Miguel where he was lacking. I pointed out where I was lacking. And I came to apologize to him because I was a business owner out there networking, you know, just giving all of myself to those that some didn't know me quite well, right?
Yeah.
You know, my team, of course, I love them. We loved them.
Yeah.
But you are the one that I'm spending my life with.
Yeah.
And when I came to this realization that I would come home and give him the rest of me.
Yeah.
When I realized that, I cleaned my mess up. And I talked to you about it and I shared with you what I was feeling. And instead of me being like, well, you know, go out and not go out, but you know, you're out there with your whatever. And then you come home to me and treat me. Instead of me doing that, I seen it in myself. I pointed out where I was going wrong, which in return planted the seed and helped Miguel to self-reflect. Where am I in that situation? Like, am I doing the same? Like, it got you to think instead of me because most couples, it's more like back and forth, bickering, back and forth, and blaming each other versus taking responsibility and allowing you to identify your own shortcomings, not by me pointing them out, but by you realizing and looking within.
Yeah.
Because I came from love, because I came from respect.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think, like I said, throughout my career, it's always like, I can be better. I can grow. I can have a little bit more responsibility. I can have a little bit more influence. I can make some more money. Let's do it. Right. But then after doing that, from the time you wake up till the time you get home, sometimes you feel like, well, that's over. And then now it's time to take a break. Like you said, like, why would you treat the people at work better than you treat the people in your house? I was just talking to a friend about something like that. And I was happy for them. They were telling me about all the things that they were doing, like some new responsibilities that they had at work, and that now that they have people that are working with them. And it reminded me of that point in my career. And it was like, yeah, I was learning a lot and I was being made a team lead. And I remember somebody specifically telling me about how I handled the situation. He was like, dude, you're good. You could be a really good leader if you want to in this company or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that it was like, thanks, man. But then you get home and it all stops. And then like when you really start to think about it, a big part of it is because you identify so much with what you do for a living. It's such a big part of your identity, which is why you put so much effort into that stuff. But man, I've seen it. When it's the end, it's the end. It's over, and you will be replaced. And who's going to be left? You. The kids will be out of the house. All my coworkers will either be retired, dead, my position is filled. And who am I left with? So why does anything matter as much as you do?